are the people we need to motivate us, that we can make it. He also believed in investing fast in his country. Honestly, I salute him in his deathbed. Hello, Karaoke family. I welcome you today, and we are going to be thinking about death is a robber. Death is a thief, as they say. We are in mourning time of one of well-known philanthropic entrepreneur, banker who has died. We will be discussing about how death comes to rob. Death just comes to rob, to kill and to destroy around that time. Death comes with pain, death comes with mourning, death comes with tears. And I hope we will also find a moment to celebrate a life that has gone. So I'm thinking about one of the bankers, a CEO of Access Bank. He's called Dr. Herbert Wigwe from Nigeria. This gentleman, as I said, is a CEO of Access Bank in Nigeria. And actually, Access Bank has very many other banks across the world. It is represented in even 3 continents. Access Bank is found in Mozambique, is found in Zambia, found in Gambia, found in Sierra Leone, Rwanda, Ghana. It's also found in South Africa, Kenya, and definitely in Nigeria itself. So he was an international banker, an international businessman. I want to be honest with you. This is a man who I was not privy to know, but once the death occurred on 9th February 2024, the news splashed everywhere on the internet, in the news, even when we watch like African television channels. And who is Dr. Herbert?
Now, let me dive straight in. We need to unravel who is the man behind this illustrious profile. Who is Herbert Wigwe? Herbert Wigwe
is a very simple man. I went to school in the northernmost part of the country, Federal Government College Sokoto, and then of course I finished in the south at Federal Government College Warri. I'm born by clergy parents. Both my parents are pastors. I'm one of 5 surviving children of my parents.
And he was born in 1966, August 1966. So this man was only 58 years, married to a wife and 4 children.
I have several children, and I'm talking about both biological children, my siblings' children, and just because I love lots of children, and that's why I'm referring to it in the manner in which I'm doing.
Part of his journey is to go and meet other businessmen, definitely, and travel. So around that time, 9th February 2024, before that, I think that week is when he had traveled to other places, including here in UK. He was in London and left London and went to the US. He had 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys. Now, he was involved in the accident with the wife and one of the sons. So now he's left behind 2 girls and 1 boy. Yeah, they traveled together, and while in the US, and definitely his entourage, there was his personal assistant and some other business people from Nigeria. So while in the US, he decided to go and watch a bowling game in California. And he decided to take a helicopter with his team. And the helicopter, it is said that when they booked it, it was 2 pilots, a businessman, wife, son, and him. So there were 6. The 7th person was the personal assistant that they always traveled together. But as they were packing their luggage, personal luggage that they were having, it couldn't fit in the helicopter. So this is the part that I watched and I felt, okay, maybe we can start listening and drawing our lessons. So there was the way we say a nudge in the spirit, or something just tells you something. The personal assistant told Dr. Herbert that since the bags, even if they travel together, the bags, he'll have to go and wait for them to be delivered. You know how when you book a plane, the bags, if they're not traveling with you, you'll have to go and wait for them to be delivered. So he said, even if they travel, all of them together, he will not be able to go and sleep, he'll have to wait. Why can't he wait and come with the bags, jet into another plane and come with the bags, or get other means, whether by road, because now the trip is not going. But the fact of the matter was to be left behind, and then they traveled together. But on top of that, he had also this inclination of telling the boss, who is Dr. Herbert, and say, is it okay? Like, he doesn't feel comfortable to travel with helicopter at night, And Dr. Herbert just said, no, it is okay. America, the air checks are good and everything. So he bid them bye-bye, and he was left. And the helicopter left.
And as they were loading the luggages, and this thought started playing in my mind that, okay, you will fly chopper, 1 hour you are there. The next 3.5 hours, the luggages are not going to come. Will I go to bed? No. I still have to sit down and wait for those luggages to come. And I'm like, so why not just go with the luggages and get there and deliver to him and others in the room? Like I said, I always reason in the line of duty. And I walked up to him. I said, sir, I think it's safer and will be secure for me to just ride and bring the luggage to you. He said, brilliant idea. And I said, safe flight.
So him, at some point, he was trying to call them to know the time of arrival when they were supposed to have arrived. He couldn't receive the call. He tried calling the wife, tried calling the driver who was to pick them up in California. The driver said, oh, even me, I've been waiting for quite some time. They have not arrived. That is when he felt something. One thing led to another. A crash had happened that Friday, the 9th of February 2024. Helicopter crashed and all of them perished.
Since 2019, I cannot count 1 or 2 places or flights that is being in that I'm not in it.
Out to Sin City for Super Bowl weekend. 6 people were killed, including a well-known Nigerian official and his family. 57-year-old Herbert Wigwe, CEO of Axis Bank, was traveling with his wife and son when their helicopter went down Friday night, killing all on board, including Bamofin Ogunbanjo, the former chair of the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
May their souls rest in peace. So they all died in that crash. So by the time news now are being received and transfer of news and everything, it's when he was shaken. In fact, because the whole of this period, on the 6th, the last week of February and this first week of March, the community in River State, where he comes from, they were mourning, the entire community, and videos were released, how they were walking all dressed in mournful colors on the road. The shops were closed. There was a big tent, and in the family, in the parents' home, and where I think he has built his house, they were mourning there. And what was amazing was the town was thrown into mourning. You would see people talking, walking, celebrating, dancing, and just remembering and crying, just talking in low tones, remembering what he has done to them, dancing the dirges, the songs of mourning, and just having those mournful moments that one of their person has died. And now, listening to them when they were talking, amazingly, it just praises, They were praising their fallen son, how he used to help them in times of need, how you would even see people saying about scholarship. He would take them to school. I think he was just fashioned for these times of academics. Oh, I had a first degree. Dr. Herbert is the one who encouraged me to go to a second degree and gave me scholarship and paid for my scholarship. Someone else also would talk how he was passionate about also giving equal chances, both gender, like male and female, women and men. You would hear how even in companies where he's worked, his banks, career progression, people in the village, and not only actually his community, amazingly. The whole of Nigeria would hear people from the north, people from the south, east, west, saying how not even his tribe, by the way, and even people not only from his country, some even studying in the US, how others actually in the UK, how he has paid their school fees. Business-wise, this man was an international businessman. Because now, apart from the community that was mourning, on 6th February, there was a mourning time, that is a tribute that was being held as they mourn him. And dignitaries came, governors, I would see governors of some Nigerian state, even the richest man in Africa, Dangote, was there. And the tears were literally flowing, not feeling like flowing.
Herbert was a visionary role model in fortitude.
Oh my goodness, the brothers, the sisters, when they were talking about him, yes, he's a middle child, but he's always been like the light and the anchor, And now, because the wife died with that one son, okay? And definitely I've mentioned there are other three people who died, because the 6 people perished. So, but I'm talking about his family. It was the late now Dr. Herbert, the wife, and a son who was born in 1995. So they're about 27 years now. 1995 is around 29 years now. Anyway, so the first son, yeah. So died, yeah. So in the family, he's only now having 3 other children, girls, because he was a dad of 4 children. And when those girls tried even to give their tribute, they were overwhelmed with tears, and they had even to be helped by someone to just read it out.
When I think of Chizi, I think of love, I think of ambition, I think of adventure. Our brother was born in New York, January 30th, 1995. And he grew to not just be my older brother, but he was my best friend, he was my confidant. Together, we navigated through so many things, life's journey, creating memories that will always be so dear to my heart. Chizi held a lot of things dear to his heart, but at the end of the day, family was his anchor and his source of strength. He cherished every moment we had together, from Christmas in Cape Town to road trips across America to our day-to-day experiences of growth, life generally.
What am I saying? I remember this year here at Kioi Moments, because we discuss life conversations, because life happens. In fact, if it was to be asked, that is one person that nobody maybe would have voted for him to die. But that is why in Kioi Moments we say life conversations. Things happen in life, what we plan for and even what we don't plan for. I remember I did a video, and I'm going to share in the link here, whereby I said this year, how would you like to be remembered? And this has happened. This is someone who wrote their will, wrote their eulogy when they were still living, They wrote how they would like to be remembered. You would see even in the crowd, they are not forcing anybody to say anything. It's just coming, even from the chief of his area back at home. And you know, some of us, when we move and we go to big cities or relocate, like it has happened to some of us, we cut ties. We cut ties, you know? We are no longer even known, even almost changing our phone numbers and our addresses, okay? I'm not ignorant, I know. Sometimes some circumstances may make people want to change. But how about the locality where you live then, where you relocated to? Are you known by anybody? Do you have even any person who can stand out and say, I know this man, I know this woman? How about church? This man was a very active member of his church, as they were all saying and testifying. He was supportive of his church members as well and contributing to his church. I think when I think about Dr. Herbert, he was holistic, he was whole. Every area he was touching, matters of faith and spirituality, matters of finances, he was well-to-do, net worth millions of dollars, actually multi-millions of dollars. When you look at his business class, it's a class of movers and shakers. I feel the death of Dr. Herbert has affected his small community back in River State, the larger Nigeria, the outer Africa, and the entire world. And you see some deaths happen when someone was not maybe in the limelight. It has come into the limelight now. I had to watch lots of video. Who is this good man? Because this is a man that can be emulated. You know, sometimes good news don't sell much. I agree. Sometimes bad news. Maybe when you hear, oh, this person was a robber, was a fraudster, was conning people, everybody will be want to. But I have a different narrative in life. To me, this person is the kind of person who moves my heart. It's someone, I won't say that I met with him. If I was given a chance, this is someone I would have loved to meet, even have coffee together or tea, or just have to pick this philanthropic nature, this big heart. Imagine all those people who are saying their degrees, their careers, their paths, their families have been changed, their community have been changed because of this man who is not selfish. I am not saying he's an angel. Nobody is an angel. Do you know even Jesus Christ had people who are not for him? What I am saying, he's exemplary. He's a person who in our times can be emulated. He wasn't keeping his millions in his pocket. He was sharing it out with the world, making this world the very best. The little that he could do became big to other people. You know, as they say, you may not be the world to everyone, but just one person, whatever good you do, whatever transformation you bring in their life, you become their world.
And then we talk about respect. Even, you know, I have lived in Lagos for 4 years. The house my family lives in was provided by Herbert.
He also believed in Africa. Even when you listen to tributes, he believed in Nigeria. Apart from all the negatives people would want to say about Nigeria, about maybe the negativism that could be in the internet, about also Africa, this man believed in it. This is what I'm impressed. He believed people can make in Nigeria and make it well. People can be rich and get well education and still get jobs. These are the people we need, man. These are the people we need to motivate us, that we can make it. He also believed in investing first in his country.
I'm very passionate about my country. I believe that it offers greater opportunities than anywhere else in the world.
Honestly, I salute him in his deathbed. He did very well. Even you could see students who he gave scholarship, went to US, went to UK, and went back to Nigeria. And now he was even building a university with his foundation that he has. And this is one of, when you look, you know, when you sell your idea to people, they will carry your vision. The people who are carrying out that vision now, the CEO, the chairman, the different calibers, you would see them narrating the story with the thoughts and brain of the late Dr. Herbert. Or someone even had just, I think 2 weeks ago, they had met and had said on how, as they were discussing Dr. Herbert requesting him to give scholarship, imagine he's already thinking of scholarship and the university is not finished. So this man, friend, definitely business class of his, he said yes, he's going to give scholarship, which he has said even now he's going to continue. And the motivation of even the brothers and the friends, for them even to reassure these 3 children who have been left, that they are still going to continue being a family, they are going to look after them, continue supporting them, and that's my prayer. That may their hearts not be swayed and changed. May they continue to carry out the good heart. Anybody who has been touched by Dr. Herbert, may they support these children and even the parents, because the parents are still alive. Whatever desire he had to transform, the banks, fortunately Access Bank has been mentioned, it is doing well. When I thought about him having 29 million customers in all his branches that are known, the 10, yeah, I thought about his customers then can form a nation. In fact, some nations like Kenya, even my country, it is like almost half of our country. Customers, yeah, clientele. Some countries like Rwanda, Burundi, including Australia, their populations are below 20 million, 16 million, 12 million and such. So can you imagine? All those customers are benefiting. So he's a big name to be celebrated, and it's a good thing to be celebrated even here in Kioi Moments. As a life conversation, as we say, life is a journey, walk in it. I believe Dr. Herbert walked in it. Dr. Herbert walked in it. He made his name. I encourage us, me included, many fingers are pointing at me first before they point to anyone. How would I like to be remembered when I die? Do I have any impact? How much money is enough? How much wealth can we amass? You know, can we be comfortable and try even to share half a loaf of bread with someone else? Goodness, when I saw all these people, and they're not young people, you can tell these people are between 30 and 40 years, some definitely younger. But if at 58, he was able to impact people who are maybe 10 or just young by 20 years, it means anybody can do something. Hey, we are mourning in celebration of a good life that is well lived. We are learning and taking these lessons to us who are living, because life is for the living. He has done his very best. I want to wish, as Kioi Moments, we wish our condolences. We bring our condolences to the family, to the children, to the parents, to the larger siblings, to everyone who has been touched, friends and relatives, and the beneficiary, and even for all the programs that are pending, including the university that is going to be built, all the beneficiary, and the business partners who are going to carry on with this work. May you carry on with this name and let the light shine. Keep the candle burning for Dr. Herbert Wigwe. We love you. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. Continue sharing our videos. Turn on notifications. Make your comment. How would you like to be remembered? We have been shown the way. We love you and all the best. Till we get to meet again. Bye.